Yes, people, what's everyone saying, man? Welcome to a live, man. Welcome to another live stream. It's been about excuse me, it's been about 3 weeks since I started, man. It's been a long time. I know I said I'm going to be consistent, but bro, listen, things happen in the meantime. But yeah, Man United, back to their usual nonsense once again. Getting absolutely battered by Tottenham. But before we talk about the game, yeah, I've got Rude next to me right here. I've got Alex as well. How are you guys, first of all? How are you?
Oh yeah, me. I've been blessed, man. I've already started college recently, yeah. But, but Man United, man. They always ruin my weekend every time, man. Like you just
Bro,
can't get away from them. It's like they're a virus or something.
it's just facts,
You know
man.
what I mean?
There's facts, man. There's facts. There's facts. Big up to going college as well, man. I remember them times, innit? College was one of the best times in your life, man. But yeah. What are you saying, Rude? How are you?
Yeah, just at work, bro. I was watching the game. I came in actually early, so my mate goes, "Look, I pay you." I was like, "Cool." So while I was getting paid extra 2 hours, I was like, "I watched the game." So yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't hyped up about the game. I was just thinking, let's see how it plans out. And I said it before the game: either United are just gonna scrape a win, or we're gonna get a draw. But you know what? Fair enough. Tottenham actually played well. They battered us.
Yeah, Tottenham absolutely battled us, man. They were, bro. Ahmed, get ready for cooking in Al Ahwa. Bro, I had to get this video, like, that's what, listen. Oh, my club's actually making me look like, bro, my club is shaming me, man. Like, the thing is, I know rival fans here will be all over this. They will be all over it, but I don't really expect them not to, innit? Like, what can you say? What can you actually say about that? Big up Tasman. His Wi-Fi's moving a bit mad.
Yeah.
I feel for you, Ahmed. You're always cooking. Yeah, man. What can I?
Man,
You know when you get tired of saying the same thing over and over again, yeah, consistently all the time, and then people still don't see it. I feel bad for you, but the rest of the United fans must hold that. Now, 100%, the United fans here. We'll talk about the fan base later on, but what are you saying, Taz? How are you? Oh, we still got some. Yeah, his internet's moving mad. But anyway, United versus Tottenham. We lost 3-0. We could have actually lost about 20-0 if it weren't for Timo Werner and Solanke missing towards the end. Absolute domination from Tottenham's side. We completely got dominated in every sense. The first goal that they scored, I can't believe their defender made a run. They literally made the run just straight past the whole team, yeah? No one was pressing him. No one was closing him down. And then they just had an easy tap in, cross into the box, 1-0 in the second minute. I mean, it's just piss poor, isn't it? Big up MS saying, but the thing is, you're holding your ground though. You've never managed to not troll rival fans somehow. Yeah, 100. You have to hold your ground these days, isn't it, bro? You have to hold your ground. Van der Van, what a player! Yeah, he's a proper player, man. But we'll go to Rude, man. What are your thoughts on that game? I know there's not much to say in it because we got splattered here, but what are you saying? What are you saying about that game, man?
Yeah, I watched the whole game, so yeah, so I've literally analysed it, everything, and personally, man, United first minute in the game weren't good enough. Tottenham came out rapid, bit scrappy for the first couple of minutes, but then Tottenham took the advantage. So great run by I don't know, I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, great run from the guy, and then easy tap in for the 1-0 win, so score. So. Yeah, it's just overall in the game, man. Tottenham. See, Timo Werner, right? If he took his chances, it would have been an embarrassing scoreline,
100%.
right? Even in the first half, he missed that one-on-one sitter. Second half again, he missed another one-on-one sitter. So yeah, they should have been at least 5-6 goals up, 100%. So United should, personally, it should have been a lot worse than the 7-1 it was at Old Trafford before.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
100%, man. We just literally got dominated. I think when they were 10 men as well, but even with 11 men, we weren't going to win the game. 100% we weren't. Because I don't know what it is, man. Is watching United, you'd be thinking, right, new season, new players, everything's going to be cool. But nothing's clicking, man. I don't know if I think it's the manager's fault. It's just nothing's clicking.
Yeah.
So the tactics are probably wrong. He's trying the same shit, right? And nothing's going well. I think he can't go forward. In my opinion, he can't go forward. Ten Hag cannot go forward because he's trying the same shit every single time. Look, he basically got Ronaldo out saying he was the problem. Then he got Sancho out saying, "Oh, he's not training hard enough," right? And these players are right. Fair enough, Ronaldo's in the Saudi league, but he's doing stuff that not even guys at their peak can do in Saudi, right? And I'm talking just like good players. You understand? Look, Ivan Toney's gone to Saudi as well. He's not banging goals like Ronaldo. You understand?
Yeah.
But and you got Sancho now. He's at Chelsea. All right, on his early days, I want to give him about 10, 20 games just to proper analyze where Sancho's at. But still, 3 games, 3 assists, right? And it just shows you if you have a clinical striker, right, the guy will get assists. Like Sancho, look, he done a through ball to Cole Palmer. Palmer smashed it in. Lovely. That's an assist. Simple. But United, we don't have a clinical striker, right? And I think that's what we need. Thing is, he spent 600 million, man, over $500 million, right? So, I told you, man, if the guy, I don't think he'll get sacked tonight. I think the next 2 games is going to be key for the guy. But I don't see him beating Porto. I don't see him beating Aston Villa.
No, 100%. 100%. Those games are gonna get harder for us. Zayn Hanif says, Aston Villa away don't get any more easy for you, man. It doesn't get easier, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He also says that if you press Man United, they get scared and fold. Facts, man. Facts.
100%.
Big up you, man. Big up to Mason. I know you lot are fuming, but GG either way. Now, big up, man. A shout out to Mason as well, by the way. He's a Tottenham fan, yeah.
And sorry, I just want to get this in, yeah. It's just that I was just talking about this to one of my other mates, right? It's like, even if you go back 3-4 years ago, right? As a United fan, I would be up for the game because you have superstars, right? In the team, you're like, oh, cool, man. We're going to at least get something special from certain players, right? Like Pogba's and the Ronaldos, Ibrahimovic, all these boys, right? Cavani, right? Now, you look at the United squad now. Who's going to excite you?
Yeah.
No one.
No one's going to excite me.
No one I can say, oh, this guy's going to literally do something to amaze me. Like if you look at Barcelona, they got Yamal, right? Amazing youngster. He is going to do damage. And thing is, people want to watch the guy because they're going to think, what's he going to do? How's he going to do it? Right? Yeah. Real Madrid, obviously, they got all superstars, right? You look at Arsenal, right? Their team will excite you. Liverpool, man, obviously, Salah's still running. And City, their team's got a lot of players. But United, man, we don't have superstars. Simple.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. 100%. Big up to Conrad as well, saying Ten Hag needs sacking. Bro, he needs a lot more than a second, bro. He needs a slap, by the way. That's what he needs, man.
Bro, he needs to get a rest, man.
Big up Arcel is saying Ten Hag don't even rate Ahmad. He's never rated Ahmad Diallo. The only reason why he's playing him yet is because it's not working with Anthony. So that's the only reason why that's why he's playing him. And to be honest, a player like Diallo, yeah, I'll be so real, man. He just needs to dip. He actually needs to leave this club, innit? He needs to leave because he's not going to develop under this manager, and we're just going backwards. We're such a toxic club, yeah, and the level of coaching that we have is embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. Ahmed, we survived Sancho apparently, bro. We just gave them arguably one of our best wingers to a rival to Chelsea, and we just upgraded their team. But don't worry, man. It was all Sancho's fault apparently. 10 Haram destroying United forever. 100%. 100%. That FA Cup. Go on. What the hell's that? Oh, Yamal's the only guy we have. I am blessed. Yeah, 100%. Barcelona, you guys have good players, man.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys have Hansi Flick, man. You got a good manager. You guys are patterned up. How much for Ahmad? Question mark. I would gladly take him at Barca. We have scrubs we need to get rid of and bring Ahmad. Would love it. Yeah, bro. Hansi Flick would cook with Diallo, yeah. But to be honest, you lot have Rafinha who's doing his job. So, yeah, man. Overall, I know what's going to happen, yeah. We lost 3-0. Xerxes will obviously get scapegoated. That's quite obvious. They're going to say, "Oh, he should have buried this chance." But you're just looking at it in isolation. Yeah, forget about one moment in the game. Look at the whole collection as a team, and we got dominated. And I don't care about whether we had a 10-minute spell or we got a red card. Before the red card, we were still getting battered. They were having chance after chance after chance. Yeah, and that Bruno sending off, that's a blessing because I'm tired of seeing him week in week out. I'm tired of seeing him. I'm tired of seeing Bruno Fernandes all the time. Rafinha's another scrub, allow it. Listen, bro. With our wingers, I can't say he's a scrub because have you seen our wingers, barring Diallo? Listen, we've got Garnacho and Rashford who are literally sticking out. So, I don't know what else to say, by the way. I've literally said everything I need to say. And yeah, bro. Taz, what are you saying about this performance here? Because, bro,
it's not even about the performance. It's about the whole team in general, man. Honestly, I can't stand this team. Like, we've got players that can ball out. We've got I feel sorry for players like Mazraoui, Amad Diallo. You got Amad Diallo who's getting benched by Garnacho, who probably has the ego of CR7 whilst performing like Cameron Jerome. Like, it just doesn't work out. He's got a hype man in his brother that just gasses him differently. I wish I had a hype man like that when I was in school. Like, Ten Hag probably gets away with so much. Yeah, it's unbelievable. How are you going to get away with so much compared to Jose Mourinho, who won a Champions League and a European trophy for us? Like, the amount of excuses I've seen Ten Hag make here, it's more excuses than me when I used to get my report card from school, and it would be like mediocre at best. Like, I've had enough, man. Honestly, like. The fans that made letters like this year, the fans that were doing up letters like this year after the FA Cup run, this letter vexes me differently, innit? That they did that. I think we've got Porto and Aston Villa next, and how many wins do you think we're going to get in those next two games? Porto away, I believe. Yeah, Porto away and Villa away. We are winning that.
We're getting back.
I'm not going to say this narrative, we've got bad players. Okay. If you've got bad players, who signed the players we've got on their starting 11? Who said, okay, I want those players in the starting 11? The manager did. So why 100%. Are we acting like it was the player's fault when it's clearly 50-50? Jadon Sancho, the situation with Jadon Sancho, cool. He's gone now. I don't care. I really don't. But you got Ten Hag in is that do hate watch on Jadon Sancho. I really ain't got the time to do hate watch on Sancho where my team is literally in the mud. Like, if you need to focus on anything, focus on your own team, please. Like, how am I looking at teams in the league and looking at Arne Slot doing madness at Liverpool? Like, it's not like Jurgen Klopp ball, but at least it's something. Like, you can see what he's doing in his first season. With us, it's like, oh, don't worry, give him some time. He's amazing. He's this. It took Alex 5 years and he won an FA Cup. So did Ten Hag. Oh my God, 20 more years and we're gonna win 18 league titles or some bull crap like that. I don't know, man. But according to us, lot, we're negative. We're doing it for views. We're fake fans. When it's quite the polar opposite, because you notice who's in it for the views and the job at United. I'm not naming any names whatsoever, and you can tell he's getting paid by that agency group, because I've never heard anyone wax complete lyrical of a nonsense manager when you know you had different standards over Jose Mourinho and LVG, who probably had a system that you could easily tell compared to this one.
Yeah, no facts, by the way. Goldbridge is a fraud, though, isn't it? He's a fraud, man. That guy's a fraud. Because you know what it is with him? I used to watch some of his videos back in the day, yeah, before he got popular. His tune, yeah, towards LVG and Mourinho was completely different to how it is with Ten Hag. Ten Hag is so much more lenient. He's got more excuses for him. And with the others, yeah, his tune changed. So we all know what he's on, by the way. He's a fraud, innit? Let's just say it how it is. He's a fraud. MB said... Yeah, go on, Alex. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, because I genuinely think he's a fake fan. Do you know why? Because I was watching Rants and Rants the other day, yeah, and like Rants like put up a video. I think it was like a voice recording or a video saying that it's Goldbridge. I don't think it's like he brought up a video or a voice recording like of Goldbridge saying how he made the United stand video, saying that he originally wanted it to be like a football stand comedy thing, but like when he was reacting to United, it got more views than the football one, so that's how he got the name United Stand. I heard a video of it, so yeah, I think he's a fraud.
100%, man, 100%. Big up MB saying we don't have bad players, we have a bad manager, get Klopp as manager with the same player and watch us cook. Ten Hag, man, Arne Slot is literally around the corner, bro. Should apparently secretly phone him if he needs help. Honestly, man, like Robbie, man. No, long time no see, Robbie.
Fucking hell, man. Where do I start? I think I was the only fucking guy talking in the, sorry for the swearing, but the guy was like defending against Ten Hag and whatnot. And you know me as well, I mean, I don't just go blindly support anyone, right? So
yeah,
I've been to 2 games. I'm in Manchester right now. So I was in Europe in the last 3 months. My first OT game was 3-0 at Liverpool. My second OT game is 3-0 at Tottenham. And guess which one was worse? The Tottenham one.
The Tottenham one, yeah.
Because when I was watching the game, within 5 minutes, I was like, "Yeah, we are done. I don't think we're going to win." And you know what's the worst part about it? At least against Liverpool, I can still come out and say we created chances. You could see a bit of patterns of play. We there was something, like there was still something there till we like gave those goals away. But today, Tottenham did not have any tactics other than press these guys. That's it. That's the only thing I saw. I only saw them pressing. I didn't see any pattern of plays from Ange. I didn't see any, those mini triangles, that quick 1-2 passes for Spurs. I didn't see any of that. All I saw them was United have the ball. Let's just press them. And then what we do, we put out on the wings. We put the ball across. We do quick passes. It was like watching. You remember Ole's football, the really counter-attacking one, the quick passing breakthrough. That was exactly what I saw Tottenham do today. And then to add on to it, the other issue was when we had the ball in our half, when the keeper had the ball and we were passing it to the centre backs, there was no link between Ugarte and Mainu had no link with Bruno. So that midfield space that was there, it was so big that all our attackers were in one line towards the halfway line. All the other half of the players who were the defensive ones were on the other side, and in the middle there was no link up. So there was no way that you could even if you put the ball on the wing backs and you push it up, it's still going to come back because that wing player is marked. So the only way you can do it is put it through the center, take a risky pass. So whenever that happened, we saw what happened. It got intercepted even before Bruno could touch it. So today it was not. Like I usually come out and say like Ten Hag seemed like he had a plan, Today, bro, I saw nothing. I saw absolutely nothing. Like I was in the stadium. I've taken photos and stuff, and like when the formation was there with the ball, without the ball, everything. Like I was looking through it, and I'm like, what did I just watch? At least at the Liverpool game, I could come out and say, hey, we had something there. Like we had the bits, like moments. Today is the only moment I saw it was a free, like we used to call Ole ball free-flowing football, right? Like Ole would say, go and do what you want. Today I felt Ten Hag told the players, go and do what you want. And the 2 chances that we created, the one that Garnacho's, the save that the keeper made, and then there was another one, I think a couple of 2 or 3. Those were not patterns of play. Those were not like thought through passes. Those were like you're playing, your street football and you're doing your passing here and there. And
it's not rehearsed.
That's not rehearsed. That was on the spot. There was like 5. There was like, when we go and play cage football, right? Like 5 aside, and we make the, like when you're playing for the first time and you do the passing, like just with the gut feeling, like, okay, let's do this pass. That's how I felt when I saw that over there. Like, bro, today I have nothing to say. Like I have literally, like you saw me in the group. I can't defend this guy. I can't defend the players. The players didn't. There was one point in the match, I don't know whether you guys remember, when they were doing, like I think one of their defenders or their midfielders was taking the ball from their half, running towards it was like a counter attack. And 2 players, I think first it was Mount or I can't remember who it was. One of the guys just threw himself in a slight tackle from behind. He missed. And then there was a second occasion where another midfielder also went in flying with the tackle from the back and he missed as well. If either of those connected, those were red cards again. So at that point, I was like, yeah, the players don't know what they're doing anymore. Like either they don't, okay, they probably didn't get the instruction. That's one. Secondly, they've given up on the manager, which is why they're just throwing themselves there for the last ditch tackle just to say, you know what, give me the red card. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to do that tackle. If it hits, it's probably going to be a red card, yellow card, but I'll take it.
No, big
so
KGB says
it's one
like,
of those things, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Sancho has been freed from that egg.
Nah,
that
man,
is
that
stuck in
Sancho
his
thing
mouth.
is. I don't agree with the Sancho thing. Look, that guy, he needed.
Wait.
I know he needed time and he needed minutes. I know the manager did rate him, but the fallout happened, and once a fallout happens between a player and a manager, where it's the respect is gone between either of them, there's no turning back. And the proof in the pudding is that he rated him because at the start of last season when we beat Liverpool, Sancho was starting for us. Sancho was always starting under Ten Hag.
When?
The only issue was when that incident happened between the player and manager, where they both lost their heads. There was no
When
turning
did
back.
he start him? When did he start him?
Sorry,
When did he start him? Because with
bro. He
Sancho and Ten
started.
Hag,
He was starting Sancho when he first joined United, when he first took over United,
not
and even in the
consistently.
last season as well, he started him as well against Liverpool when we beat Liverpool 2-1 or 3-1, I think.
Yeah, but he
At Old
wasn't
Trafford.
starting him
Liverpool,
consistently.
Leicester.
No, he was starting him consistently, bro.
How
Even
many
in the
starts
first
did he had
season.
for United?
I think
No, he
I
was.
think
He
he
was
started
under his
against
first
Liverpool.
season. He was,
Leicester.
and then there was a period where he was also injured as well. Second season, he started as well. He was starting the games, and then he had that
He got
personal issue
dropped
where he was out.
in
No.
pre-season.
He had
Yeah.
a personal issue. He had a personal issue. That's why he was dropped.
With who? With who? What
Bro,
do you
he
mean?
had his
personal?
own mental stuff. He was not even in the UK. He was
I'm
not
not
even
talking
in.
about that.
He was not in
I'm
Manchester.
talking about this season. Yeah, when he was. He
I'm
let me
not talking
let me
about
tell you
this
something
season. I'm
about
talking about last
Sancho. Yeah.
season. Ahmed,
Let me
I'm
say,
talking about last season.
yeah, but
I'm talking
let me
about
say
last
this
season.
season.
This season, there was no
last
way,
season.
bro. There was no way. After you have a follow with the manager, which involves respect on both sides, whether it's him whether it's the manager disrespecting him or the player doing the same, there was no turning back. I already knew when he went to Dortmund that he's never going to play for United again. It was
But
going to
that's
take
not.
a miracle. It was going to take a miracle for him to start this season or even play for United this season. And before that as well, he's had his fair chances. Yes, his first season at Eric Ten Hag, he did play him. Second season, he even started because I still remember the Liverpool game where he played really well. And then he had his personal stuff where he was dropped or he was just not with the squad for 2-3 months, and he came back, and then another bust up happened, and then we have not seen him since. So you can't go around saying that this manager doesn't rate him when the manager
He
actually
doesn't.
rates him.
He doesn't.
You
He
can't
doesn't.
you
He
can't say
didn't
that.
play him
You
that much.
can't
He
say
didn't
that,
play
bro.
him that much in the second
It's like
season.
you falling out with your teacher, and your teacher kicks you out of the class, and then you say, "Oh yeah, my teacher doesn't like me." No, it's because you got a falling out. And this guy, obviously, if you're a manager, you want people who support you. You don't want people who's going to talk back to you. And over here, both the egos were hurt. Both were at fault. I'm not saying it's Sancho's fault,
Sancho
but the
doesn't have
manager
any
is
ego.
also at fault.
Though.
No.
Sancho.
The manager's fault as well. But it's also Sancho's fault. So from there was no coming back. There was no coming back, and you can't just say the manager didn't rate
But he's the
anything.
common denominator, though. He's the common denominator, the manager.
It's only with him though. It's only with Sancho. What do you mean?
No, no. The reason why things didn't work out between Sancho and Ten Hag is because of Ten
No,
Hag.
you
That's
can't
the
say
reason.
no. But Sancho hasn't performed well either since he's been here.
That's not the point, though.
Let me butt in here, yeah. Let me butt in. I was
No.
talking
One
about
second.
this
One second.
last year as well.
Go on.
Since he signed for United, how much has he performed? Tell me, what's his consistent performance?
He's had some good games for United.
Some good games. Okay, some good games.
Okay, I can say that under
Some
Rangnick,
good
he was
games,
one of,
yeah, some good games. So
under
some good
Rangnick,
games. One second.
under
So
Rangnick,
some
he was
good
one of our
games.
best players.
1 second, because Sancho suits your type of player because you like him.
It's not about that.
No, 1 second, Ahmed. 1 second. Some games is good enough for you, but if I put another player in that bracket that you don't like, you'll say, "Nah, this guy is fucked up. We should sell him."
No. Sancho didn't. Hold on, let me tell you something. Yeah, Jadon Sancho. Yeah, people say, "What's he done for Man United?" Right? What's he done for Man United? The guy joined Ole Gunnar Solskjaer halfway through the season. Yeah, and then
So you're blaming the player now.
Hold on.
You're blaming the manager.
Wait, hold on. He joined Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's season. Yeah, the same season where he got sacked. Michael Carrick took over. Yeah, he took over. He played about 3 games under Carrick, and he was playing well. And then Ralph Rangnick comes in. And then he has a good run of form. I remember that. I remember that period because Dalot played and Sancho played in the 4-2-2. Yeah, he was playing on the left. He dropped Rashford. Even Elanga was playing ahead of him as well. Sancho was playing consistently, and he even got Player of the Month that season. And he was arguably one of our best attackers. Yeah, Ten Hag comes in. Yeah, he plays. He has about 20 starts here in the Premier League. And then when preseason hits, and then him, Martial, all balling out in preseason, he gets dropped. He has never played. He has never played Sancho with the same extent of minutes, the way how he does it with Garnacho. Garnacho last season has played about almost 40 games last year. He's never given that.
Okay, 1 second. No, you're talking about last season, but the dropout already happened last season. I'm talking about his first season. First season, Sancho was in and out of the squad. He was playing. Second season, He started the season. Don't rewrite history now. Yeah. Second, he
No one's
started the
rewriting
season.
history. It's a
One
fact.
second. You, because you're saying last season Garnacho played more, but you're taking out the main reason
What's
why
the main
Garnacho
reason?
was starting more. Firstly, Garnacho was on form. That's one. Okay, we take that
Last
away.
season.
Bro, let me complete. Why do you like to jump
Go on,
in?
go on, go on.
Did I jump? Did
Go
I
on.
jump when you were talking?
Go on.
So last season he was on form. Based on form, yes, Garnacho was on form. So yes, he was playing. But then at the start of the season, Sancho started. Sancho did start because he played well against Liverpool. The first couple of games he played really well. He was doing good. And then there was something that happened in his personal life. I don't know what happened. And he was away for 2-3 months, where it was clear from both the player and the manager that something's gone in his personal life. I think his friend died or something, and he just needed a break from football. He couldn't play. He's away for 3-4 months. He comes back. He has a bust up with the manager, where they've said fairly both parties have said something. There's no going back from that, and then he's loaned to Dortmund. So you're telling me that, okay, yes, it's the player. You're saying, okay, the player had some different managers and all that stuff, but isn't it up to the player as well to also perform? I'm not blaming Jadon Sancho. Sancho is one of my favorite players, bro. I would have bitten off arms and legs just to have him play. For me, it's not all like, yes, he didn't get, he should have gotten more chances for sure. The bust up with the manager should have been resolved. Both parties should have done something about it. But I also feel Sancho didn't really push for his thing based on his, like, push for his position based on his performances or other factors.
Okay,
Like,
with Jadon Sancho.
it was both 50-50. For me, it was 50-50. And at the end
Go
of
on,
the day,
Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
no,
let me butt in, man. Like, obviously, yeah. Sorry, Robbie, go on.
No, go
Yeah.
for it. Go for it.
Yeah, man. Just talking about Jadon Sancho. Look, I'm not obviously anyone's biggest fan, so I'm not being biased. Yeah, before anyone says I'm biased. Yeah. I just want to say regarding Sancho. Yes, him and Ten Hag had a bust up, but obviously in the workplace, say if you're working hard, right, and then your boss says to you, "Yeah, Robbie's not working hard enough. Yeah, he's lazy." Right? Ain't that a disrespect to you? Yes or no?
Okay. Can I answer that now? Can I answer? You want
Yeah,
to
go on.
Okay. There was another player. There were two or three other players that the manager called out. Right? 2 or 3 other players that the manager called out for the same shit. One of them was even dropped on the day itself. And how did those players react compared to Sancho?
What players?
What
Are
players?
you talking about Garnacho? You talking about Garnacho?
Garnacho was one of them.
The preseason one, yeah.
Bruno was one of them. Rashford was one of them. All three of them were called out by the manager publicly. I'm not saying that it's right to call out the players publicly. I agree with you. It's not right. He shouldn't have called out Sancho like that, or maybe scapegoated him, or maybe I don't know, maybe he either scapegoated him or he just wanted to say as an example, and it just happened that Sancho's name came out as an example. You don't know that. I'm okay. If we are going to be skeptical, then okay, he threw the, under the bus. But
And
my thing is,
also-
one second. My thing is, if the other three players can turn around and say, you know what, you dropped me, but fuck you, I'm going to show what I can do, instead of sulking or going to social media, bro, it's like, okay, the manager has hit a low button, yeah? If my manager is coming to me, oh yeah, Jasdeep is lazy, right? Or Robbie is lazy, whatever. And I then go, you know what? I go back against the manager. I go to his level, and I also start saying shit about him. Or what I could do is, you know what? You're calling me lazy. You know what? I'll show you that I can work, right? That I can do my shit, so that you have to eat your words. The other four players had the same thing, right? 3 of them showed it on the pitch. Sancho decided to take the easy way out and go, you know what? It's already a bit whatever. I'll just take the social media and I'll call out the manager.
Oh, what easy way out?
Well,
Can I just say
Alex.
something?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so yeah, with the Sancho situation, I think like the reason why he went on social media to do what he did is because he knew that Ten Hag was never going to give him minutes, and if he had that mentality, no.
He was playing before that.
Yo, let him land.
Hear me out. So basically, what I'm saying is, I forgot what I'm supposed to say, but like what I'm saying is, I feel like Ten Hag was not going to give Sancho the opportunity to prove himself once again. So I believe that Sancho went out to do what he did because the manager was lying on his name, and he did not feel. And if he let Ten Hag did what he did, it would have made it sound like that he was right, and he did not want to take that disrespect. So that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
I get it. But then the history shows that if I'm okay, I don't know the ins and out. I don't know. I'm not into the footballing world, or I don't know Jadon Sancho like one-on-one or whatever. But based on the situation, if you're having a personal issue, this manager has given you time off from football, sent you away and said, you know what, get your shit together, sort it out. When you're ready mentally, then you come back. And when he came back, whether we like it or not, Garnacho was doing well. So you still have to fight for your place. Sancho is a good player, but he still has to earn his spot back. He still needs to prove his fitness again. Now, if the manager scapegoated him, I'm not saying the manager is right in scapegoating him, but I would have said, why go down to the same low level as your manager when you can prove it by just quietly performing in the training, or when you're brought on, just show what you can do. Because whether we like it or not, whether the manager likes it or not, even when Sancho came on during the preseason this time, or when he came on, I think in the first couple of games he came on as a sub or whatever, he actually did well. He's actually a good player. And if anything, he actually fits the profile of what Ten Hag wants to do more than Rashford, Garnacho, Ahmad.
But that's not true, though, because when you say profile, if we look at Sancho's profile, he does not like them type of players. He doesn't.
He does.
He doesn't.
No,
Because by that logic, he would be consistently starting Ahmed Diallo, but he doesn't do that. He dropped him twice.
I'm also baffled by that. I'm also baffled by Ahmed
No,
Diallo's
attitude. You can't say Ten Hag likes this type of profile when his philosophy suggests the otherwise. When you play Garnacho for that amount of minutes, and then you are very hesitant with Diallo, and you play Rashford despite him not performing, and with Sancho, how can you tell a guy you have to fight for your place, but the guy you're picking is stinking it out, and why does he not have to fight for his place? What's the point?
He's also fighting. Rashford was also fighting for his place. What are you talking about?
He's earned his.
Okay, wait.
No, Rashford was performing bad. No.
We are talking about Sancho here. If you're going to start comparing with other players just to prove your point, we are talking about how Sancho reacted here. I'm just talking about the reaction. Bro, I'm talking about his reaction. Over here, we are talking about Sancho being how he reacted. For me, if I was close to him, I would have said, look, don't go to the public. Don't use your social media. Just continue doing what you're doing. And if it doesn't work out, just leave the club. You don't have to throw out dirty laundry just to prove your point. Especially if they say allegedly that he had his problems and the manager actually gave him time off and said, go sort your thing out. And then come back. When you're ready, we'll put you back into the team. We'll put you back into the team.
If you look at it, right, Sancho has obviously, right, he's played his 2 games, whatever, but last season he wasn't given a fair chance, my opinion, because I watched every game last year, right? Secondly, Rashford, right, he's been given 10 times more games as Sancho, and he's done worse. He's only had that one purple patch, 3 months, he was banging goals in. After that, tell me one good season he's had. He hasn't, right? Consistently, he has not had a good season, right? He had that one good 3 months, right? And that is it. Yeah. And look, even Rashford today, he's been given chances after chances after chance. I even said last week, just give, like, with me, I'm consistent. I say, right, give a certain player 10 games good worth a run. If he does bad, fair enough. I put my hands up, say, right, you gave him a good 10 games, fair enough, right? Even Ahmed this season, he's not given a fair chance yet, right? He's been given a few games, but not yet. But look at Rashi, right? Not hating the guy, but he's not doing well. He's like, this is his consistent games as well. He's been playing nearly every game. Even last year, he's not done good. Ten Hag doesn't drop him, right? It's only because he's the poster boy of Manchester United. Simple. Ten Hag's not consistent. That's the issue. And that's the only thing I want to raise.
The thing is, I would say for Rashford's case, why he's backing him so much is because in his first season, when Rashford played under him, he was scoring the goals. He was banging in the goals. So for him, if you have a player who's had a history under you that has been performing well, and in his eyes, maybe Rashford is one of those guys that even if he's not there for like your 40, like you're from 90 minutes, let's say 70 minutes, he's stinking up the place. But there might be one chance that he might actually score. So he's gambling on it. He would have gambled on it. I agree with you that even Rashford last season was horrendous. He shouldn't have played, right? Sancho could have gotten more chances. But I just feel in what the difference was between the two cases is, one is Rashford, okay, he had no other choice but to play Rashford. He could have played Ahmad, but I think he hadn't trust Ahmad that much because Ahmad was also on loan and in and out and all that stuff. Secondly, there's only Garnacho left, and then yes, you have Sancho. But then Sancho has a bust up with the manager. So in that case, there's no other choice that Rashford is going to play. Because you got one player who's disrespected you, or you have a problem with, both of you have a problem with, why are you going to play him? When the player himself is not respecting you, and the manager is also yeah, go for it.
Sorry, hasn't Garnacho disrespected Ten Hag many times?
But he's also apologized.
No, even recently.
Has he not apologized?
Yes,
he has apologized. He has apologized.
He hasn't.
Sorry? He has.
The second time he
Bruno
did.
has said it as well. Bruno has said it as well. Bro, have a look. Bruno has said it as well. Bruno has explicitly said out as well. When he's been disrespected, he's apologized. Yes, even though if it might be behind the scenes, it might not be publicly, but he has apologized. Same with Rashford. When Rashford was late, what did Rashford do? He got dropped, and then he brought on, he scored a goal, he showed, and he apologized. Simple as that. Bruno, when he fucked up, he apologized as well. So if a manager is telling you apologize, and if you're going to take, if your personality, I'm not saying that's wrong of Sancho to stand out. That might be his personality. Some people won't back down. They'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to back down. Why should I back down?
Yeah.
Like
but if someone's criticized you, right? Are you not like? I just gave you a prime example. If your boss has said, Robbie, and you're working hard, you know you're working hard, you're getting sales, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? If your boss now said to you, Robbie, and he says it in front of all your staff members,
give me 1 sec. Sorry, give me 1 sec, yeah? Just hold that. I need to go and grab my food, yeah?
That's cool, man. That's cool.
And I'll come up. But I got what you mean. I'll come and answer your question.
That's cool. I'm not running away. We just talk about something else now. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if same thing happens, if someone says, Ahmed, you're working hard now in whatever job you're doing, field, and your boss says to everyone, Ahmed's slacking. Yeah. Are you not gonna say to everyone, look, I'm actually working hard. Who's the boss?
Yeah. I'm going to stand up for myself.
You're going to stand up for you. You're not going to sit there like a dick now, like this. Yeah, he's right. You know,
I've got too much self-respect to be for people just to be chatting shit about me. Do you get it?
Exactly. So Sancho, he didn't even say anything bad. He goes, look, I am working hard. Done. He didn't really say. He didn't specifically say anything bad about the manager.
Facts.
He didn't.
He didn't. Like,
he didn't.
Yeah.
What do you say? It was like, I don't like false narratives on me saying I'm not working hard. He didn't say Ten Hag, you're wrong in this and that.
Talking in general.
I don't want people thinking. I don't want the general public thinking that, because the way Ten Hag said it may have given a narrative from the public.
Exactly.
But it wasn't. If it was Ten Hag, if he specifically said the manager is lying, then it would have been a different story. But he put the general public, so it was more of like a thing to save. I was looking at Sancho's stats at United. He started 21 games. No, I think he started 21 games last season. The season at Ten Hag's first season.
Okay.
Around that time, around there, I believe. I mean, he started quite a bit, to be fair, before he was out for 3 months, because he started against Brighton, Brentford, Liverpool. Because he was scoring goals against like Liverpool, Southampton.
I know he scored like 7 goals or something. He scored like 7 goals or 6 goals.
I even scored on his first game back after that 3-month period. So like, it wasn't like he was moving bad. He's just not like he's not a stats man, innit? Like, sorry, I mean, do you know when I mean the term stats and what's a stats player and an eye test player, innit?
GA merchant.
Yeah, so he's an eye test merchant. Like, he's not us.
No, but he can be both though.
He can be both, yeah. But when I mean stats merchant, I mean like people that like goals, assists, like loads of them in it, like
Bruno or Salah, or something.
like a Bruno, Bruno in it.
Yeah,
like I think Sanchez is more of an eye test merchant. Like, I'm not saying it's crap or nothing. I'm just saying it's like when you compare the two type of fans that like Jadon Sancho, it's eye test merchants love Jadon Sancho more than the stats in it, because a stat man loves a Salah, a Saka, or someone like that in it, compared to an eye test. I would love players like Maddison, Sancho, Ahmad. Rashford and Garnacho. Garnacho, I have I don't know what type of fans like Garnacho. I'm not going to lie to you because he doesn't really
It's
produce
the CR7 thing, isn't it? It's the
Yeah,
he
PR
doesn't
though.
produce
That's
stats, but he's not an eye test merchant's dream. So like, I have no idea where he lies in that spectrum whatsoever.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think we're seeing the same thing with Højlund and Xerxes, because people are trying to get onto Xerxes because of how he's playing and he's not scoring enough goals. But people need to understand that Xerxes is a different kind of player. He's not going to be like that running in behind Merchant and going to score goals. Yeah, he's a different kind of player. He loves to link, he loves to hold play. And Højlund, yeah, I can see why people like Højlund because of his stats. But the thing is, what annoys me about people talking bad about Xerxes is that when they don't even mention that Højlund went 16 games without a goal. So I'm just saying, just keep the same energy.
100%. I'm just going to read some comments here. Shout out to everyone as well. I'm just going to, big up Mason Honeyborn. Says, but if Sancho's lazy last season, Rashford was one of the laziest wingers on the pitch. I don't get how he gets chances and chances, but Sancho immediately gets called lazy and never got the chance again. Spot on from Mason. TKLKGB says, Garnacho last season only scored 4 in the 36 league games he's played. 4 games that he was on form. Argument is not it either. He was a goal drought more often than not. Bro, you know what it is, yeah? Garnacho's form last year, yeah, wasn't actually great. He had 1 or 2 games where he bagged against Chelsea, where he scored twice, and then he had the odd game. If we're talking about performances, yeah, he's not been good week in, week out. So this notion that Garnacho's been great for us last year, he's only played 30. The only reason why they're saying that is because he's featured in so many games. He played so much games, but he didn't play well. He didn't play well consistently, so he wasn't good last year. So I don't get it. Yeah, but he's saying sorry though. He didn't mean anything. You have to play well on the pitch and speak your words on the pitch. Simple like that. 100%. Talking about Bruno today in his post-game interview.
I've had enough of this guy, man.
He complained about the red card. He was like, "It's not a red, bro. It was a yellow at best." It was like even Maddison said it wasn't a red card.
Bro,
3 games without Bruno. 3 games without Bruno. He's complaining here. He's complaining. 3 games without Bruno.
I'm not complaining, certainly.
I'm not complaining.
If it means I'm seeing Mason Mount in the 10, no way.
Mount's gonna play, but no, he's got.
Wait, let me check something about Mason Mount.
Oh wait, he got injured. Okay, yeah, he got injured.
Let me check something about this. Wait. Let me double check this. I don't see any injury news about Mason Mount, but I don't think he's going to be starting. You know what? Put Xerxes as in that cam or false 9 position, or something like that. I want to try it. Like if we can't,
I don't think
we're not going to see it, but I want to see it just for the one game. Just for one game.
Like, I don't think it'll work that much.
Xerxes is more of a false 9.
Yeah,
he likes to help the wingers and get more forward. If you get me, people just like to look at stats these days and not actually watch the games. 100%. If you can't see what Xerxes offers us, you don't know football, innit? Sell Bruno to Ipswich. Give them Mount as a bonus. I wanted to say before talking about the game, he dropped Diallo. This is the second time now he's dropped him, isn't it? He dropped him against Liverpool. Now he's dropped him against Tottenham, And Garnacho does not warrant to be starting. Neither does Rashford. Diallo, he has to always play as a 10 out of 10 just to get a start. Whereas the others, they can play poorly week in, week out, and they will always get started no matter what. Now, if you look at Eriksen, Eriksen was one of our best midfielders as of lately. He's been one of our best midfielders, controlling the games. We played better as a team with him. He gets dropped. But Bruno gets started, week in, week out, when Eriksen's out here getting dropped. You see what I mean about this manager? It's not even about Bruno agenda, If Bruno was playing well, I would not be saying this. Had Bruno played well and Eriksen's playing poor, I would not be complaining about this. Even if a player that I do not rate is, and let's say the manager's getting the best out of him, I'm not going to start complaining because it's benefiting my team, despite whether I think he's a great player or not. I just want to see good football. And this guy, the longer he stays at the club, the more we're being held back because we've backed this guy significantly. And you know what's mad? If we get a new manager in, let's say next season, we have to do another rebuild as well. Another rebuild. Because, let's say he comes in.
Not actually,
I don't think it'll be that long of a rebuild.
I'm
That
saying,
we
I'm saying
haven't
like,
seen.
yeah, like I'm just saying like when it comes, because this is his team, yeah. There might be a few plays that he might not like. Do you get it? So what I'm saying is that it would have been so much better, yeah, if they just got rid of him in the beginning. Because essentially, yeah, you're wasting the season for what? Just to hope it's going to work out with him. Do you get it? And like,
I blame the injury. I blame the injury narrative, from last
The
season.
injury narrative killed it.
That
And the
injury
FA Cup.
narrative
And the
killed me.
FA Cup. If we lost the FA Cup, bro, no one is talking.
There's no one deep
Everyone's
here. We
talking
really,
about
there's no one
Like
deep.
everyone's
VAR
talking
really
about the
saved us.
broken records, bro.
well,
There's
he
no
didn't
one-
want Tony, by the way. Remember, guys, when we did streams about who wants Tony?
Oh my
We all said,
God.
well, you know what he said?
I wanted Tony.
But you know what he said? He said,
Oh yeah,
Tony.
he said.
Yeah, go on,
No,
go on.
he
Alex.
said that. No, he said that he didn't want Tony.
No, Ten Hag said he doesn't want it because that's not his type of profile.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. That pissed me off, man. It just
100%.
told you that his talent ID is rubbish. Like it's generally rubbish.
100%.
So
yeah,
what do you boys think then? Overall, what do you think now is going to happen? Do you
I'm
think
just
they're
going
going
to go, by
to?
the way. I'm just going to go do get something. You guys carry on. Just
That's cool, man.
Oh, a prediction.
Yeah, so-
predictor.
Yeah. So
Ooh,
Taz and Alex, what do you guys think now is going to happen? What do you think? Like next two
okay.
games, or
Do you know what? I've got this. I've actually got this ready for you. Could we got Porto next year on a Thursday night away?
Yeah.
That's a long day. That is a long day. I mean, people are underestimating an away day in Portugal. That's hard.
it's
Especially
a
against
decent team,
Porto.
man. They're a decent team.
I'm not disrespecting. I never disrespect European teams, especially away as well. I never disrespect European teams. So I'm saying that's going to be a long game. They took Arsenal in their home ground last season. And then we got Villa at Villa Park. We are going to get cooked by freaking Unai Emery ball. Have you seen Morgan Rogers? Is it Morgan Rogers? He looks like a baller, so he looks like he's going to cook us. I mean, if Ten Hag wins 2 out of the 2 games, just watch the narrative like spin from like all these Ten Hag like inners slowly becoming outers, then coming back to becoming inners, saying he outers that. So like my only thing is that if he wins 2 of the games, I think the narrative will spin a bit more. For now, I think he will. If he loses one more game, that's finito. Because he got international break after Villa, so that's gonna be like one where Ineos can just like regroup and be like, you know what, we need to find a plan. But ideally, they should do it now. So, by the time the international break actually does happen, they could be like, okay, this is what we should do. Like,
What do you think, Taz? Sorry, Alex. What do you think?
Yeah, but I just wanted to talk about the European records. Like he's broken, not broken, but like his last games, like last 9 games. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he's actually like he's not won any, has he? He's only drawn and lost.
One. It's only one.
Like, he's only won. And
Yeah.
you know the funny thing about that one win, yeah, we almost drew to that game if it went for no.
Oh yeah, that game, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
penalty, bro.
penalty.
Yeah.
Bro. That penalty saved him, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, 9 games, you've only won one game, you know, just one
yeah,
game.
man. Yeah, but
Oh,
my
man.
opinion, I think what's going to happen is today's been a loss. I'd be surprised if he gets a sack today. I think he'll play the Porto, and he'll play the Aston Villa. I think if he has 2 bad games, and I think if he does not get the sack by Aston Villa losing that game, then like I said, man, I don't know what to say then about the owners, man. Personally,
No, I'm hoping that they're just waiting for an absolute battering from the top 6 teams. Like, let's say, for example, City, they're on form right now. Let's say Haaland bags like 5. Let's say Haaland bags like 5 goals against us, and yeah, I think
You're
Yeah,
gonna wait
Rob-
until December, bro, for that.
yeah, Rob, we're just saying that. What do you think should happen the next 2 games or this period at the moment for Ten Hag?
I think he's gone by tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll be surprised if they keep him. I'll be very surprised if they keep him, because the thing is, it's like I said today, Spurs, they didn't look like they had any tactics. Their game plan was good, which was just to press us and then take advantage of it, which they did. They scored. We didn't look like we had any tactics. So for me, it's like, if he survives until tomorrow, that means what these guys are doing is either they've given him an ultimatum, like, hey, you have until maybe, just before December, that that crunch period where there's like 3-4 games. So the international break, I think till then. Like, this is your period. If you don't perform, then you're gone.
I think I can't see him getting sacked today because when Ollie got sacked against lost that game against Watford, you already knew the reports were like Ollie's looking like he's going to get sacked and all that.
Yeah,
We're not
but
seeing it now.
I feel like these owners, they won't be doing any leak outs. So if you notice, since they've taken over, the leaks have actually dropped quite a bit. There's no leaks of like the players are not happy, the manager, nothing like that. Like, there have been leaks,
That's
but
true.
about slight positive ones. So I feel like this will be done in a, like, that's it, you're gone, done.
Either it's like if you resign, like on paper, you resign or something.
Yeah,
like
it will
that,
probably
innit?
be like a resignation. Yeah, because I feel like this. I think that the group of the guys, the footballing guys who are put in charge now, I don't think they are here to fuck around. Because the fact that if the manager doesn't perform now, it's going to be on them, and that's why we hired a football. Like, that's why we got that CEO from Manchester City, and that's why we got the what's the other? I don't know what the position is called. The one from Newcastle, that guy, Dan Ashworth, was it? No.
Yeah. Sporting director, yeah.
Yeah, sporting director. So that's why we got those two people, the CEO and the football sporting director. It's to take actions. So they might just do it behind the scenes and just get it done and sort it out. And maybe the other manager is already in line or whatever. But sorry, just quickly, I don't want to go back to that point, but I'll just quickly address. You know how you said, Rude, you mentioned about that whole being called out in public and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that happened to me before in actual.
yeah. And how did you react to it?
And my thing was, yes, I was upset that it was done in public, but my approach was, when I wanted to express how upset I was, I did it in person rather than doing it in public. And I continued to put my head down to do my shit, because I know at the end of the day, if you're honest with your work ethics, like, yes, it's very fairy tale-ish to say, like, if you work things, but I for me, I'm like, if I'm honest with my work ethic and I continue to give that 100% honesty and that hard work or dedication, the other person has to bow down and admit his mistake. So yes, I would have approached the manager, but not publicly. I would have gone privately and said, I didn't like that he called me out. That is not done, rather than going publicly. Because when I go publicly, I'm also stooping to the same level as him. So it doesn't make me any right as as what I might think. I'm going to be at the wrong on the same level as the manager. So, and when that happens in a big squad, the squad is obviously going to go with they're going to be a bit more sympathetic with the manager, because they'll be like, why do you have to put this, do like dirty laundry in the public, when we have just finished that phase where the dirty laundry was going out so much. Now they're coming into like, let's keep everything internally, and then you throw out the dirty laundry, that just spoils the whole mood as well. So I feel like, yes, I understand where he's coming from. I don't disagree that whatever was done with him was that I do agree that whatever happened with him and Ten Hag, he was sort of like, it was not fair as well, but I would have expected him to act better and not stoop to the manager's level, because I think that guy has a future. Like, even now that we have sold him, it's just unfortunate. Like, it's hard seeing him in that blue shirt and like, I see the glimpses. I know that the player is amazing. He would have done well in this squad right now. We need him, actually. If more than anything right now, he would have been perfect for us, especially because of the way he plays. Because right now, Garnacho is not on form. Rashford is like on and off. Ahmad, yes, he's doing his bits, but I don't think he would have gotten as many chances if Sancho was there. And with Xerxes over there as well, I feel like that could have been a whole new, like Rashford, Martial sort of combination that we had. Rashford, Martial, Sancho, because of the sort of, they can move around each other. And with Bruno over there, I feel like it would have clicked perfectly.
Yeah.
But it's fairy tales, right? Sometimes I feel like he was the right player, but at the wrong time.
Yeah, no, I just feel now, United in general now, man, even Sancho in the squad, I just don't know, the manager just can't get it right. It's tactically he's not good enough, I think, manager. So, because look, this is his squad. Say what you want. Like, first season, right? United were third, right? They won the Carabao Cup. Technically, it wasn't his squad. He only brought 2 players or 3 players max, right? The rest was Ollie's squad or Ragnick's squad, where you want to say it, right? Second season was more his squad, right?
Yeah.
And he got 8th, and then went backwards, right?
Yeah.
and obviously just won the FA Cup. But yeah, in the league we were 8th. We were minus goal difference. We were technically broke many records, the most losses in the Premier League ever.
Yeah.
And now, 3rd season, we're going more backwards. And he's bought an extra 3-4 players. So,
and you know what? What's the sad part, though, Root? The sad part about this is whether we like it, I don't know whether you guys will agree or not, but my perspective is he's a victim of his own success in his first season. The reason I say that is because if you look at the first season, a few of the other teams were not really performing well. Like Chelsea, I think, was out. Liverpool were also out. So him with that group of players that we all thought were not good enough, right? He managed to make them perform and achieve 3rd. So he took advantage. He managed we didn't play the best football, but he still took advantage of the situation where the others are not performing, but he sort of did enough to get the score to the 3rd spot, right? So then your expectation goes, okay, if you can do this, then your next season should be higher.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was the other way around, if it was 8, we would have said, yeah, first season, we get it, whatever. Second season, you can improve. Whereas now I feel like it's just the fact that he did that decent job is working against him because people then expected, okay, now you can kick off because now you're getting your players and stuff. But I don't know how that has backfired.
Yeah. No, but see, personally, I understand if he was, again, 4, like top 4 or something, right? But he got the most losses ever. I think 14 losses, I think. And that's just bad, man. I personally, he should have got sacked last season, my opinion, right? 14 losses for Manchester United manager is not good enough, right? I don't care who's the manager. Look, Jose Mourinho got the sack for even lesser than that, basically, right?
For
Simple.
more than that, actually. He got more
basic.
than the fact.
Yeah, but you know, he won the treble. He won 3 trophies at the time. But you know, Eric Ten Hag still says, "Oh, I've won trophies. I've done this. I've done that." But yeah, you spent over $500 million, right? And this year already, we've got 3 losses in the league.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
I think so. By the way, we've already got more losses than wins in the league so far.
Yeah,
we do. It's. I think for me, it's simple. Like he's gotten his time. If he survives, then I think he's on a short.
I want him to stay to Villa. I do, because I know he's going to lose that game, and then I can actually like cuss the Eric.
If he wins, the problem is this guy. Whenever his back is against the wall, he somehow manages to pull in the wins. I don't know how he does it. I don't know what happened.
Man. Not this year, man. Not this year. I don't think it happened.
If I was the captain of the team, I would just say, let's lose this game so that this guy gets sacked.
Yeah,
because I know
that's a problem. That's a problem because the players, then it's like you're looking at the players like
it's gone.
Like going under the manager, it's all that bullshit again, right? They start all this stuff, unfortunately. But yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm just surprised like why he hasn't been able to kick off, or like what's happening. It's just baffling. Like the players that he wants are there.
Yeah.
The midfield just looks not connected from the back.
I think the problem is he doesn't have that one creative midfielder, man. Like we don't have that magic player, man. It's just like
the thing is now you're gonna jump on it, but we do have that one person, but that person now is horrendously out of form, and whatever he's touching now is just turning into shit every single time. Yeah. I watched 2 games live, Liverpool and Tottenham, and he's one of my I thoroughly see that he's a proper player, has the skills, whatever, he can make things happen, but his form right now is so dog shit that I wouldn't be playing him. I would say, look, your form is really down. Just take some time off.
See, like, I know this is now. Sorry, Bobby. Yeah, I know this is like going back here, but I think now, like, if we had a player like Paul Pogba now, right? I think that'd be good, man. Because look, he's got the CDMs.
Ahmed jumping out now. Ahmed will jump out in a bit.
Look, at that time, Pogba never had a CDM, right? He never had the perfect CDM.
And this time he would have had Menu.
Yeah, but now look, he's got Menu, he's got Ugati, He's got Casemiro, right? He's got the players. So yeah, because remember Pogba, man, at France, he had Kante. He's an amazing CDM, and then lets Pogba do what he wants.
Exactly.
So
and I think under this manager, he would have survived as well. Like he would have done well. I just feel. I mean, look, this whatever the comment is, like he gassed the fans about ending. If he came out and said something else, then the fans would be out at him and saying, "You're the United manager. Where's your arrogance? Where's your this? Where's your that?" So either way, it's a double-edged sword. Whether he says it, he gets into trouble because it becomes a mockery. If he doesn't say it, then it's like, well, how are you already giving up when you haven't even started the job?
Yeah, but look at it now.
No, it's like, okay, it's in hindsight. Let's say if he did, he did beat City 2-1, regardless of that was probably our best performance in the season, tactically as well. Everything that we did, it just that day everything clicked. So you could say that in a way he's done it. He beat Klopp as well on the first game last season as well when Sancho scored that against Van Dijk. So like things are there, but it's just like I said, there are times where this manager shows that he can be he is tactically there, but then there are times like today where it goes.
It's not consistent. It's just really not consistent. I mean, I saw a comment saying one of the worst attacks in Spurs history, having more goals than United at Old Trafford is brazy. I mean, have you noticed that Liverpool and Spurs are beating us 3-0, and at the same time, Amad Diallo literally started on the bench. I think what? So Spurs and Liverpool have scored more goals than United at Old Trafford this year, haven't they? Because United have only scored. Yeah, because United scored what? One goal in Old Trafford in the Premier League.
One goal in Old Trafford in this season.
We've only scored one goal in Old Trafford. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh Lord,
1-0 Fulham, 3-0 Liverpool, 3-0
more at Old Trafford than we have scored. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one goal in Old Trafford. Liverpool and Spurs have scored more.
Jesus Christ. Oh. I actually can't wait until he gets sacked, man. Because the day I found out he was
but the thing is that I can guarantee you now, I can 100% guarantee you, whichever manager comes in, people are going to say the same thing. Like someone was telling me, we need a manager now to come in and we give him time, like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But the same thing was being said when Ten Hag got the job. We need to give him 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Let him be there. He needs to clean up, get his players, settle in. Then after 5 years, then you see where he is. It's really the second year people wanted his head. So this consistency, don't tell me that you want a new manager, because I can guarantee you, I can predict it now. Down the road, we get a new manager, 2 months later, 6 months later, you'll be the one telling me in group chats, I want this manager out. He's not doing well.
Okay, but what if that manager is Inzaghi?
Sorry?
What if that manager was Inzaghi?
It will be any manager, bro. You can ask Ahmed. I can tell you now, the conversation last season, me and Ahmed had a conversation. He was Eric Ten Hag in. He was a fan of Eric Ten Hag. He wanted him in. He's like, watch him come in, watch how Bruno goes out, watch how Rashford goes out. You can ask Ahmed when he comes back. We had this conversation. He said, watch how Rashford will be sold now. Look, watch how Bruno is going to be sold now. We're going to cook under this manager. 6 months to 1 year later, what do I see Ahmed doing? Not only him, it's just an example. I'm not calling him out. It's an example. There's a lot of other people that I know as well on Twitter and
he knows the new manager. Thing is, with the new manager, it's a complete new board now, isn't it? It's not like the Glazer board where it's like the manager has to choose his players specifically to buy, because Murta and that can't do a simple deal. You've got a board now that know how to do deals such as Wilcox.
But the thing is, but this manager also had to do the clear out from the past players. Like what sometimes I don't. Okay, now he's not doing well this season. I agree. He has his players. He should be performing. That part I agree completely. Last season as well. Yes, he had some of his players. He should have done better in the league than what he did. But one thing is that people tend to forget that this manager has had to clear out a lot of the players that we didn't rate at all. We as fans never rated, and he had those players. Yet we held him accountable to a standard, despite knowing that the players are not good enough. And that's why I keep saying he was a victim of his success, because when he had those mediocre players that in fans' opinion, mediocre players, and we got the third, we got whatever, we were all like, okay, this guy can do something when he gets his own players. So the next season, when he gets his own players, and he was changing the system, which he has come out and said that I tried to change the system from what we were playing before, which was probably from counter-attacking to possession or whatever it was. It didn't work because the players, firstly, some of the players were not good enough because you still had the likes of Maguire, Lindelof, and all those guys. And then Casemiro doing Casemiro things. And this season, he has his players, but they need time to adapt as well. The only one who started to kick the ground is, I think, De Ligt.
De Ligt and Mazraoui.
Sorry?
They've done well.
Two players. De Ligt and Mazraoui have already been the better signings so far.
Yeah, so... Sorry, I lost my voice. Fuck.
No, 100%, man. I think De Ligt and Mazraoui, they've been our best signings at the moment, and they've played well. Ugate's just come in. Can't really say much. And Zerski, he's not fully kicked in, but I just think could be the styles. I think he just needs to play the number 10 role.
Yeah, I think now that Bruno got a red card, he should be playing number 10 because
100%.
If he plays at the back and you put Rashford up front, that's it. I think it's good enough. The link play is
I think
there.
Zerski's link-up play is actually quite good, and what it is, he can't play up front because he's not a rapid pace. He doesn't have rapid pace on the guy,
Exactly.
right? And he's not got that strength on him. But whereas Højlund has probably got a bit more power, so I think personally, should put Højlund up front, Zerski just behind him, either Rashi on the left, I don't know, or whoever, and then Ahmad on the right.
Can you not hear me, by the way?
Lying jokes like this.
Yeah.
All right,
Ahmed.
big up. Now, apologies for that. Listen,
Ahmed, once again, Ahmed,
got like-
just to get something
So,
out, just to
shout out to everyone. After bringing Iron Dogs, channel. Who's this? Who's he talking about?
I think he's talking about me. You know why? Remember when Oliver's
Oh
leaving
yeah.
and Eric Ten Hag was being signed? Remember how you said that you'll back this manager because he knows he does well, and you also said that Rashford will be gone by November and Bruno will be gone. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry. You backed this manager at the start, didn't you?
Ollie,
No, Eric Ten Hag. bro.
when he first came in, then yeah, of course, I wanted
Yeah,
him.
and after like 6 months and 6 months later or something, and then you started saying that he's out, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what I said. So speaking facts, go check your own facts, man. Fuck, this guy. He doesn't know that we go back way long. Go and check his Ahmed's videos. I've known him longer than you have, bro. Calm down.
Listen, Robbie. Listen, we've got some disagreements here, but shout out to Robbie. Shout out to everyone as well. I'm gonna do another stream later on in the future, yeah, where it's a lot more. Like, with Robbie as well, with his timing as well, so we can like get things, because obviously he gives like a different point of view. So to bring that on the channel. But shout out to Robbie, shout out to Alex, shout out to Taz, shout out to everyone. And just need to go hop on Hussam's channel. But make sure you all subscribe and follow these guys. They're all in the description. And take care, man.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Take care, people.